Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 6th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out of so far, but it's a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to take a look at the storm system moving across the country, the tropical weather outlook as well. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day 2 and 3, and also take a look at the weather radar as well across the nation, and also take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map, and your local forecast is included as well. So alrighty, so make sure you subscribe if you have not already, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got a cold frontal boundary stretching from up here from St. John's Island, Newfoundland, all the way back to New Brunswick, Maine, all the way back into the south portion of the U.S. And southeastern U.S. that will continue to bring some severe weather to Texas, to the Carolinas tonight and again on Thursday, as that cold frontal boundary drops to the south and east. We got some activity moving into Washington State, Idaho, and portion of Montana. You can see in the tropics, we got a little cluster of showers and storms stretching from Hawaii and Chain Island all the way over towards Central America, South America, and some scattered activity there as well, and also a little bit in the Atlantic. And got a little tropical wave here, but nothing to write home about, just off the mid-Atlantic coast, and that will continue to push away from the region. Alright, now let's move on into your local forecast. Now we're going to take a look at your Thursday forecast, and it should roll out something like this. Alright, you can see we got some mixed precipitation in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, and Colorado. Thunderstorms and showers right along the Canadian-U.S. border, stretching through Montana, a little bit in North Dakota, through South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, portion of Iowa as well. Also across Texas, northern Gulf, through Louisiana, to Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way up to D.C., toward Rhode Island, and the coastal waters of the Atlantic. Got some shower activity also in effect for a portion for areas of Iowa, also in 2 areas of Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, also toward Pennsylvania, Ohio, and also a portion of New York State. Northern Maine got a little bit of mixed precipitation in portions of Maine, northern New Hampshire and Vermont, and also a portion of mid-northern Michigan and Wisconsin. Alright, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on into your Friday forecast now, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Okay, you can see the weather feature. You can see all the cold front and warm fronts across the area, and area of low pressures also. Alright, flash flooding and heavy rain from Texas to Louisiana to Mississippi, and a little bit in Alabama. Got some mixed precipitation across South Canada through Montana, Wyoming, more in portion of Pennsylvania, New York State, northern Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and southeast Canada. Shower activity over here in portion of Washington State, south right along the Canadian-U.S. border, stretching into Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, portion of Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, and then over here toward Wisconsin, Michigan, Lake Huron, a little bit of eastern Lake Superior, southeast Canada, around Ottawa and Toronto, Canada. You've got thunderstorms and showers from southern Vermont to New York State, Pennsylvania, to West Virginia, Ohio, to Kentucky, to Missouri, to Iowa, to Oklahoma, to Texas. A little bit in areas into the state of Mexico as well, across the northern Gulf, through Louisiana, over to South Carolina, southeast North Carolina, Atlantic coastal waters as well. Alright, otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map you're locating across the nation, and it should roll out like this here across the board. Alright, with some wind advisories over here in portions of Oregon and Washington State, also one county in Idaho. You've got a flood advisory for northern Washington State. Alright, we got freeze warnings in effect for a couple counties here in Utah, and then more over in Colorado, New Mexico, also in Oklahoma, North Texas, Kansas, Nebraska, and eastern Colorado. Got some winter weather advisory here in the Colorado region as well. Even got some frost advisory for North Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, and South Dakota. Also portion of Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Michigan, and also Pennsylvania. And northern Michigan got some freeze warnings there as well. We got some special weather statements, heat advisory across South Texas. Then we got tornado watches, warning, flash flood warning, flood advisory, severe thunderstorm warning stretching from East Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Even got a severe thunderstorm watch for a couple of counties in upstate South Carolina as well. And flood watches and warnings also in effect across this area as well. Special weather statement for a portion of Florida as well. Alrighty. Small craft advisory for Southern California to Washington State. A little bit up here from Maine, all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, a little bit along the South Carolina coast, and also eastern Georgia. Alright, Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. Got some special small craft advisory to the north in Alaska. Freeze and spray warnings in the blue. Special weather statements to the north and central and eastern Alaska. Got some flood watches are in effect. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2 should roll out like this here across the board. Alright, general thunderstorm through Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, and portion of Colorado, then from Texas to North Carolina and Virginia. We have a marginal risk down in portion of Texas, then from Mobile, Alabama to Columbia, South Carolina, Wilmington, all the way down to Jacksonville and Tallahassee, Florida regions. Tornado probability looks like this. 2% along the Gulf Coast from areas of Mobile over towards Savannah, Georgia. Damaging winds look like this. Pretty much from Mobile to Columbia to Wilmington, and then down toward Tallahassee and Jacksonville, Florida. Large hail, pretty much over southwestern areas of Texas. All right, let's move on into day number 3. I thought I had the graphic up, but we're gonna go do it this way. We're going to day number 3. All right, you can see a marginal risk stretching from Wichita Falls to Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Springfield, Missouri. General thunderstorm from Indianapolis to Brownsville, Texas, Louisiana, Texas, Alexandria, Louisiana, over toward Jacksonville and Tallahassee, Florida. Probability rolls out like this, 5%. Alright, now let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation. You can see the severe thunderstorm warnings in the yellow, tornado warnings in the red, and the flood advisories in the green. Stretching from Louisiana to western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, nothing yet, but there could be some warnings popping up very soon in that region. Also western North Carolina. Also got more activity across Maine, stretching to New York State. Also Kentucky and Tennessee, you're included in that as well. Got some activity across New Mexico. Also into a portion of Kansas and also Colorado and also central and eastern Texas as well. A little bit in Washington State. And you can see some activity up around the Great Lakes. Also through the Dakotas as well. So, alright, well, everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got.